Hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Chatmosa. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Monday, February 2nd. Happy Black History Month, everybody. 100 years of Black History Month. When I tell you I love, love, love being black, so shout out to my niggas. I love it, honey. Well, with me on the mic, I have some fabulous co-hosts, my icy chili, my gorgeous moon, and my Libra queen. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
Happy Black History Month from a real Negro.
Hello. Hello. For black grandparents, baby. Now, when y'all start asking about, the great grandparents,
Not too much. For Black grandparents. For Black grandparents. Amen. Amen. Amen.
amen,
Amen.
amen. And what I did was also make sure y'all subscribe to a bitch. So head over to auntiederek.com, hit the big green subscribe button at the top left, and then you'll get some daily hugs in your email. And for this month, for the month of Black History, I'm going to highlight, a really Black History notable figure every day before the show. And I like to give my subscribers a little preview of who that will be, every day. So make sure you subscribe, if you want to be in the know. So, and I'll send you some hugs in your email too. You know how we do. But as promised, so I actually have today's person. Today I'm going to honor Kendrick Lamar, being the icon he is, like a walking, living icon. Did you all happen to catch the Grammys last night? I know we were talking about it a little bit before we started recording, but I know some of you didn't watch much of it. Some of you only seen clips. But for those of you who didn't see it, I am happy to tell you that Kendrick Lamar made history last night at the Grammys. That Pulitzer Prize winning rapper, y'all see, I just shared here by way of the Hollywood Reporter. And you should see where it says Kendrick Lamar becomes first male artist at Grammys to consecutively win Record of the Year and first rapper to win award twice. And he also beat out Jay-Z's number of Grammys. So he has, I believe he's the rapper with the most Grammys at the moment. When I tell you, I know that biracial Canadian is shaking, honey. I know he is pissed. But enough about him during our month. Only half of him gets to celebrate. Anywho, this article goes on to say, history was made at the 2026 Grammys with Kendrick Lamar's win in the Record of the Year category after quite the presentation of the award by none other than Cher. After the Believe singer accepted the Grammy's Lifetime Achievement Award, she mistakenly walked off the stage before presenting the second to last title of the night. Once she returned, she flubbed the name of the winner, accidentally announcing Luther Vandross, seemingly mixing up the late R&B singer's name with the title of Lamar and that three-letter girl SZA's track, Luther. While the presentation of the Record of the Year Grammy was a spectacle in its own, Lamar set quite a few records with the win. He is the first male artist to win consecutively in the Record of the Year category, the first rapper to win the category consecutively, and the first rapper to win the honor twice. He won last year for Not Like Us. Producer Soundwave acknowledged Cher's misstep during the acceptance speech for the Grammy. First and foremost, let's give a shout out to the late, great Luther Vandross, as the track itself samples Vandross and Cheryl Lynn's 1982 song, If This World Were Mine. Lamar reiterated Soundwave's sentiment, noting, to echo what he said, this is what music is about. Luther Vandross, this is special for me. I got to take my time. It's one of my favorite artists of all time, and they granted us the privilege to do our version of it. We got that clearance. I promise you. We damn all dropped a tear because they knew how much you and Cheryl poured into that record, Lamar continued. And being able to put our vocals on it proves that we were somewhat worthy to be just as great as them individuals. And they granted us that, they said no cursing though. You can't curse on it. Lamar also sung praise to his Luther collaborator, SZA, adding, I want to appreciate and give thanks to SZA. I just want to thank you to Kendrick for lifting me up, she added. I am just a small piece of this record, but what I really wanted to say is please don't fall into despair. SZA continued, I know that right now is a scary time. I know the algorithms tells us it's so scary and all is lost. There's been world wars, there's been plagues that we have going on. We can go on. We need each other. We need to trust each other and trust ourselves. Trust your heart. We are not governed by the government. We're governed by God. I love you and thank you so much. God bless you. Mm, you know, Lamar shouted out Vandross and Lynn once more at the end of the acceptance speech. So, with that being said, we'll continue to move like that. Luther forever. Cheryl, thank you so much. If you're out there listening, watching, we appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Luther forever. Thank y'all. And his record of the year win comes after he set yet another record as the most decorated rapper at the Grammys ever. Lamar beat Jay Z's total of 25, earning a total of 27 after Luther took home that coveted honor. Lamar and SZA beat out Bad Bunny, Sabrina Carpenter, Doechii, Billie Eilish, Lady Gaga, Chappell Roan, and Rose and Bruno Mars for a record of the year win. Trevor Noah returned as the host for his sixth consecutive and final year. The 2026 Grammys are produced by Fullwell 73 Productions for the Recording Academy. It says Ben Winston, Raj Kapoor, Justin Collins, and Noah are executive producers. Okay.
Love
Shout
him.
out to Kendrick Lamar.
Love him. Love him.
Mhm. Look, we have a comment. Cher was a mess. She obviously did not practice. Who cares? She Cher. Exactly, baby. She can call me whatever she want, honey.
She
Cher.
80 goddamn years old. Making her
Hello.
out up there unsupervised. What you mean? She said, I thought I was gonna be on the teleprompter. They nobody ain't give her no warning or nothing. They know better.
Yes, honey.
It looks damn good for her age too.
She does
Listen, a
indeed.
vampire, okay?
Up
A
there
va-
in the hill. Did you see them boots she had on? Them boots was sick.
and she getting married if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
So
Girl, don't do it. Don't do it.
listen, her man, her man, her man.
Well, yes. So congratulations, Kendrick. We are happy to have you as our first honor for Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea. And congratulations on your win and record breaking. And you will continue to break records. I mean, look at how he's done so in this. I'm not gonna say because he's been doing his thing for quite some time, but comparative to other artists like in the same field, like they don't have a Pulitzer. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like so he's
They are
doing
not like us. They
they are
not like.
not like us.
Shout out to K Dot. Damn.
A dot indeed. Well, what do I have for us next, honey? Oh, this story. So do y'all remember when once we talked about Michael 5000 watts on Friday's show, and we learned that his family was asking for us to pray for him. We learned that he was fighting for his health in the hospital bed. Well, unfortunately, he has passed away. Like on that day. Like we learned that he passed away later that evening. And you all will see, I just shared here by way of TMZ. DJ Michael 5000 Watts dead at 52 years old.
Mm.
Well, Michael 5000 Watts, a powerhouse DJ and producer from Texas, has died. His family announced the news Friday, revealing he had developed a fatal heart rhythm called torsades de pointes, which caused a sudden cardiac death. He died surrounded by loved ones, his family said. And I'm gonna read the statement from the family. So give me 1 second. I need to blow this up, honey. Y'all know I can't see, honey. Let me blow her up. Okay. It says it is with profound sadness and heartbreak that we inform the public of our beloved Michael 5000 Watts on January 30th, 2026. Watts transition surrounded by loved ones. We truly appreciate the love shown to Michael throughout his career, and we ask for continued prayers as we navigate through this very hard journey. Mr. Watts developed a fatal heart rhythm called torsades de pointes, causing a sudden cardiac death. He leaves behind a wife, Tammy Watts, 5 beautiful kids, and 2 loving grandkids. His legacy and career started at the age of 14, and he continued his success as a business owner, DJ, radio personality, founder, and owner of Swisher House and a pillar in the community. A community event honoring his legacy will be announced in the coming days via Watts's official social media pages. So that's that. Condolences to his family, condolences to his friends, condolences to anybody who was inspired by him. Like he was certainly impactful in hip hop, and we really hate that. Yeah, we have a comment like he was really young. Yes, 52 is very young. So condolences to him and his family. I just love how we talked about him on Friday. They was like, oh, I never heard of his name, and then I started reading what he said. Oh yeah, I heard of him. I like him. Y'all remember that? So shout out to y'all. And
Just a reminder that the average life expectancy in America is like 76, 78 years old. Just
ooh, Lord. Mm. And then I
Not
don't
much
know if y'all
time at
saw.
all.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw over the weekend over social media. They could pretty much had like a whole campaign go to the doctor, and I think it started with Kev on stage. He tweeted about how
yeah.
he got his annual checkup, and I guess
And
a
those
lot of men read that as
comments.
anal checkup. So they was like, just because you got a finger in your butt don't mean that we got to do so. He was like, I didn't. Who talking about a finger in the butt?
Open up the schools, Lord.
My God.
George
It's so
Bush shall pay
embarrassing.
for his crimes. Hello.
They don't know what a physical is. They think it's a prostate exam. My God.
Child. But
It was
yeah,
very sad to hear that. Like, he was putting up those comments. It was really sad.
yeah. Ooh, ooh, look, I feel the exact same way, but if I say it out loud, honey, they're gonna be like, mm-mm, especially not during Black History Month. So I'm gonna keep that comment to myself. But there's we here. Look, we see each other. Okay. Well, this next story, y'all see how I didn't start with Diddy news, even though we got some. Let's go ahead and get it out the way. And this article I have here from All Hip Hop, you should see where it says Lil Rod says he's not done with Diddy yet. So Lil Rod has made his position clear. The music producer isn't backing down from his legal fight against Diddy. The fight is still on, Lil Rod told the Mirror US at the ASCAP brunch in Los Angeles on January 30th. There are still charges pending against him, and some of those charges we do plan on bringing back. Lil Rod filed a $30 million lawsuit against Diddy in February 2024. He accused the hip hop mogul of sexual harassment, drugging, and assault during production of the Love album from 2022 to 2023. A federal judge dismissed 5 of Lil Rod's 9 claims in March of 2025, but key allegations survived. Sexual assault claims against Diddy and his chief of staff, Christina Coram, can move forward. Trafficking and premises liability allegations also remain active. Right now, the case is in discovery, Lil Rod explained. You can Google and search around. And Diddy sits in federal prison serving a 4-year sentence, as we know. He was convicted in July on 2 counts of transportation and for prostitution purposes. The jury acquitted him of more serious sex trafficking charges. Lil Rod called Diddy's imprisonment overdue justice. It's a start, he said. He escaped a lot for many decades, and this is the first time he actually sat behind bars and answered to anything. The producer believes people should feel satisfied with the current outcome. So I think we should all be at least a little satisfied with that for the moment, Lil Rod added. Lil Rod said his connection to Diddy was strictly professional. He worked as a videographer and producer on the Love album during the alleged incidents. The original lawsuit named multiple defendants: Justin Combs, Universal Music Group, Sir Lucian Grange, and former Motown CEO Ethiopia Habtemoramium. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced your name. I'm so sorry, sweetie. But they were also included in that lawsuit. Judge J. Paul Octon later dropped some defendants from the case. Lil Rod moved beyond the legal battle to focus on new projects. My book is getting ready to release real soon in the first quarter, he revealed at the Grammy event. The producer also announced multiple upcoming releases. In my album, also a documentary, and I have a few more movie scores that I'm working on presently, Jones said. He promised that fans will see significant output soon. You can expect to see a lot in the next 3 to 6 months, Lil Rod confirmed. Mm. Okay. I know that's right, honey. Well, honey, why would you see? Look, you better use every. I mean, if I was in his position, honey, I would use did his name to get me to promote my shit, honey. I would be really careful though, what I say, especially during a pending litigation and all of that. But yeah, bitch, 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 bitch. Speaking of pending litigation, honey. Oh my God. So do y'all remember on I believe this was on Thursday's show, we learned that Clayton Howard, the sex worker who was in who made an appearance in Diddy's documentary, and we learned the last thing we read about him was that he was suing 50 Cent for his betrayal of how he was edited in the documentary. And even I said back then, I was like, Mr. Howard, go sit your ass down somewhere. I feel like you are just because you are teaching yourself law, you're learning law and you're representing yourself in court and all of this, you're using these cases as practice and all of this. And so you remember there was that one red flag that I kept talking about, and I kept saying him saying that he was a victim because Cassie allegedly had an abortion without letting him know, and he feels victimized. He was willing to go on court and testify with that. That did not sit well with me because that never makes any man a victim. So I was like, something ain't right. So I was like, I was looking through his TikTok. I was going through his TikTok just to see, what he's talking about with this case, and because he's very like open, he discusses what's going on. He actually had he said that he was in currently in battle with his ex-girlfriend who was quote unquote a child abuser who stole his dog, who abused him and all of this. And I'm like, whoa, this is a lot. So I just started doing some Googles and stuff, and it turns out the young lady is named Francina Evans. And from what I've seen, it looks like all this girl wants to do is just run track and be cute. That's all she wants to do. However, it turns out that she has been battling nasty legal battles with Clayton Howard since 2023. So this is going on close to 4 years for for some bullshit. And he alleged that she stole his dog out his house and stuff like that, because they did have when they were together, they did have a dog named Shorty. That's all over his social media profile. Cute dog. However, the day and time that he alleged that she stole the dog, she wasn't even New Jersey. She wasn't even in New Jersey at the time because the girl is originally from Staten Island, New York. She wasn't even in New Jersey. So he went on record lying to the police. They confirmed that that was a lie. So it looks like he has a history of filing frivolous lawsuits and lying about things like that. So what I didn't see anybody talking about, um,
Uh-oh. Did we lose Auntie?
Yeah, snatched him right on out the room. Stand
Okay.
by if you
Just
wanna.
snatched her. Just snatched the wig right off his head.
Stand by. Technical difficulties.
Oh no. I was thinking, am I in a bad spot? You know Auntie mad right now. Well, everyone, we will get started. Here we
no, they didn't
go.
get me. That was my stupid ass. When I would try to go to my iCloud and log in, I clicked on the instead of going to the next web page, I would the one with Chatmosa on. That was user error, y'all. My bad.
Someone said you clicked on something. I'm not gonna say who
Hey,
said that.
hey, that's always me kicking myself out. I kick myself out all the time.
But what I noticed, I didn't see anybody reporting about this. But it looks like, remember how he kept saying that he was a victim and he wanted to try to claim, being victimized by Cassie and Diddy
Hmm.
because he wanted to take advantage of the back page remissions program through New York courts and be compensated for being a sex trafficking victim. So believe it or not, Judge Arun actually denied his ass. And they said, no, sir, you are not a victim. So this is actually an exclusive from Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea because I didn't see anybody else reporting this. And let me
Mm.
share my screen so we can all look at this lawsuit together.
But you know what? Any man screaming victim this much is suspicious.
Wake it up, Moon. I knew something was right, and I'm so glad I listened to my intuition because, baby, what I found out, honey, this man is like a Gotham villain, baby. He needs to be put in Arkham Asylum, allegedly. So, well, let's go because you're. This is the Clayton Howard. Sean Combs is the defendant. Clayton Howard is the movement. Uh, he's declaring that the movement, Clayton Howard, is a crime victim entitled to the rights enumerated in the Crime Victims' Rights Act, compelling the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Southern District of New York to provide movement with written confirmation of his victim status in the United States, and also ordering the U.S. Attorney's Office to provide movement with all case materials, trial transcripts, exhibits, and documentation relating to his victimization, including but not limited to evidence regarding his trafficking through Backpage.com. Well, baby, let me just scroll all the way down to the denial, honey. When I tell you Judge Roon is so sick of they shit, so see where it says here, denied. Final judgment was entered in this case 2 months before the court received this notice. The court recognizes that testimony and other evidence at trial may have supported that Clayton Howard was contacted via Backpage.com to travel across state lines to engage in prostitution. But the requested relief is now inappropriate as the defendant's sentencing and other proceedings have concluded. The CVRA provides rights in the district court in which the defendant is being prosecuted. Um, and a motion cannot be made to reopen a sentence unless the victim has asserted the right to be heard before or during the proceeding at issue, and such right was denied. That case isn't here, and because that this case has concluded, the court would be unable to make the in-depth factual findings required by the CVRA. Of course, to the extent that Howard believes he has rights outside the CVRA, for instances to a restitution as provided by law, then Howard can make an appropriate application for such relief if it is timely and justified by the facts and law. As of now, Howard hasn't made any such application, and the court expresses no view whether one would be timely and justified. All that being said, one of Howard's requests is for the return of any documents he provided to the government, as well as any supporting evidence that might help tie him to Backpage.com. To the degree that is reasonably possible, the government should try to share those documents with Howard so that he can make a timely application to the Backpage Fund if he wishes. Howard has also filed another motion asking for CMECF to access CMECF access to file directly in this case and to send the court courtesy copies of any future filings. That motion is denied. The clerk of court is respectfully directed to terminate the motion at ECF, and then it has the numbers of 552, 602, and 637. So ordered. Signed by Arun Subramanian on January 28th of this year. Girl. Judge said, "You are not a victim, sir. The court does not see you as a victim, sir." But you know who is a victim? Francina, that girl you've been fucking with for over the years. And then I actually found Francina's there's a GoFundMe for Francina. Let me share that here. And her brother, it looks like his name is Barton Evans. He actually did this on her behalf. And it says the name of the GoFundMe is "Help My Little Sister Break Up Legally and Keep Her Name." Can you imagine it having to legally break up with someone? So I'm sharing the
Ain't that what divorce is?
what, but they not married though. That's the gaggle.
That's
They're not
crazy.
married and with no kids. And he tried to sue her for child support for kids she don't have.
Okay, that's batshit crazy.
He-
How are you suing somebody for child support?
He's the
That
one with kids, and he's
oh
10
my
years older than
god.
her.
Oh my god. He is even well, I already thought he was crazy when he was suing a victim of an abuse case saying that they weren't the victim that he was. I was like, I'm sorry, excuse me. Run that by me one more time, cause that don't make no sense.
Exactly. So, and
Mm-hmm.
from what I understand, like anybody that talks about Clayton Howard and says something he doesn't like, they have a tendency to send a cease and desist to them. He can send them all he want here, honey. I'm gonna use it as toilet paper because the thing here, we don't talk about anything unless we have receipts. So
Okay.
there you have it.
With his ugly
Well,
ass.
I'm sorry, y'all. I still want to see it. I still want to see the material to see if it was worth the money.
It ain't. It ain't.
It had to be other day because he was. There was multiple times they were together. So he was doing something right.
Mm. It's sometimes people stick with the devil.
And then I read just a little bit of other information. When I was reading about him and going, I learned that his mother was actually, I understand, a preacher. I believe very big in the community, in the Staten Island community. So yeah, that's all them PKs and preachers' kids. Look, we have a comment I want to see too. Right. Just to see if it was worth the money. That's all. I just want to take a 2-second look and go on about my day. That's all I want to see. Well, that is that on that, honey. I'm sure this is not the last we have heard of this because this man is crazy. So, and yeah, and I read that he actually tried to sue the NYPD, used Tyrone Blackburn as his lawyer. That looked like that happened, if I'm remembering correctly, in December of 2024. And Tyrone Blackburn was the one who signed that deposition. I'm like, good lord. But now it looked like he represented himself because Tyrone had got his own problems. So that's that on that. Girl. Uh Speaking of narcissism, honey, it looked like Ray J's narcissism actually worked in his favor. Cause him talking about he's sick and he got a black heart that's only working at 25% capacity, look like it is allowing him to see his kids. So I just shared this link from All Hip Hop. Ray J health crisis leads to kids reunion victory. Oh, we have a comment saying he ain't dead yet. Oh my god, that's horrible. Anyway, Ray J walked out of a Los Angeles courthouse Friday with something he hasn't had in months: the right to see his kids. Princess Love dropped her protective order against the R&B singer during a half hour hearing at the San Fernando courthouse. The judge agreed to modify the restraining order that kept Ray J from contacting his estranged wife and their 2 children since November. The restraining order was modified to allow Ray J to have unlimited contact with his children and wife, his attorney confirmed to Page Six. The 45-year-old singer appeared vibrant in a gray suit as Princess Love stood beside him in a beige trench coat. They left the court together. Their kids, Melody, who's 7, and Epic, who's 6, have been asking about their father's health. Princess Love told the judge the children miss their father and are worried about his health issues. I would like them to see their father, she said. They would not be in any danger. Ray J's mother, Sonia, also testified at the hearing in support of the order modification. And I bet she did. The protective order stemmed from a November 2025 incident during a Thanksgiving live stream. Ray J was arrested after allegedly brandishing a gun and threatening to shoot someone while Princess Love and their children were present. Video footage showed a heated argument where Princess Love accused Ray J of pointing a gun. Ray, you just pointed a gun, she said during the live stream. Ray J responded by denying the accusation. I ain't pointing nothing at y'all. The One Wish singer was charged with 6 misdemeanor offenses, including brandishing a firearm, use of force, and child endangerment. He was released on a $50,000 bail. Ray J denied the gun allegations in December, saying he would never point a gun at anybody, including Princess Love. But his recent health crisis changed everything. Ray J was hospitalized in early January with severe pneumonia that revealed serious heart problems. The singer shocked fans when he revealed his heart is only beating a lot, like 25% after the hospitalization. He claimed doctors told him he had months to live. 2027 is definitely a wrap for me, Ray J said in a social media video. That's what they say. He blamed years of excessive drinking and drug use for damaging his heart. Ray J admitted to drinking 4 to 5 bottles of alcohol daily and taking up to 10 Adderall pills. Doctors warned he
Damn.
might need a pacemaker or defibrillator. Ray J said he's considering traveling to Haiti for additional treatment. The health scare apparently softened Princess Love's stance on the protective order. Friday's court victory means Ray J can spend what he believes are his final days with Melody and Epic. The modified order allows unlimited contact with both his children and his estranged wife, who filed for divorce from Ray J for the fourth time in February 2024 after marrying him in 2016.
She looks so tired.
Mm-hmm. Princess girl, you hear your? I know you heard it. I know you can. That's your language, girl. I know you can understand that, girl. Look, this is how. Look, this is how these. I'm telling you, keep fucking around, girl. This is how women get killed. I'm telling you, this man has showed you who he was. Gonna sit there, pointed that gun at you. We all saw it. We all heard it, and then gonna sit here and say, and then telling you pretty much not to believe your own lies. Like, you're not Richard Pryor, sir. You can't tell me not to believe you gonna believe me or your own lying eyes. Like, no, fuck out of here. You are a narcissist and you are a danger to women. So, ooh. We have this story is soon coming to a close.
Well, let's just hope he doesn't do anything stupid since he thinks he's in his last days.
Well, yeah, it's Ray J. Of course, he's going to do something stupid. That's very on brand for him. I just hope that's what he does doesn't put Princess or his kids in danger.
Well, that's what I mean. Don't crash out on them.
Mm-hmm. No fuck. Look, Beezus, cover your ears, baby. I told you about them Capricorn men. I told except when I slam the Capricorn men, I'm never talking about Beezus or LL Cool J.
Or my man.
Or Libra Queen's man. Look, we have a couple. I knew the Capricorn slander was coming. You knew. I tried to tell y'all need to have a meeting. If y'all trying to do a rebrand, then y'all need to have a meeting. Because it's people like him that's making y'all look. Mm-hmm. So that's that on that, honey. This next story is so sad, y'all. So Snoop Dogg's daughter, Corey, unfortunately lost her 10-month-old baby over the weekend. And y'all saw I just shared here by way of TMZ. Snoop Dogg shows love for daughter after granddaughter's death. So Snoop Dogg is speaking out after suffering an unimaginable family tragedy, the death of his 10-month-old granddaughter, Cody. The rap legend showed public support for his daughter, Corey Brodus, after she revealed her baby girl passed away just 3 weeks after being released from the NICU following a 10-month stay in intensive care. Snoop shared a family photo on Instagram Saturday that included Corey, keeping his message short but heartfelt with a sparkling heart and praying hand emojis. And let me share my screen. Y'all can see the photo. That's the photo there. Poor Corey. So fans immediately flooded the comments with condolences, prayers, and messages of love for the grieving Brodus family. Earlier in the day, Corey made the devastating announcement, sharing a black and white photo of her cradling baby Cody, her first child, with fiance Wayne Deuce, confirming the heartbreaking loss. Monday, I lost the love of my life, my Cody, Corey wrote. Poor baby. In a follow-up post, Corey struggled to process the timing of her daughter's death, which came less than a month after Cody was finally released from the hospital. 20 days later, dog, I'm sick, she added. Corey previously revealed Cody was born 3 months premature in February of last year and spent nearly her entire life in the neonatal intensive care unit. So condolences to the Brodus family. And I hate she has to go through this. I actually have people in my family who lost children, and I just know what the type of toll it takes on that person's mental health. So I just hope she is surrounded with love and support and all of that. So, rest in peace. Well, that's that on that. Now we got to do a whole 180, baby, because now we got to talk about Vernon Davis. Because remember, we just talked about him where a girl said that she was in his house in May, I believe, of last year, and they got into an argument about an abortion, and he ended up throwing books and magazines at her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, honey, he is he's coming out and speaking out on that. And I have this link from TMZ. Vernon Davis breaks silence on abuse allegations. So, Vernon Davis is speaking out after a woman accused him of abusing her last year, saying he is looking forward to clearing his name. The Super Bowl champ went to social media to address the TMZ sports report, saying he is aware and saddened by the news coming to light. For now, I'm staying focused on my life, my work, and the amazing people and partners who believe in and continue to support me, Davis said minutes ago. Your positivity means everything, he added, signing off on the note as your favorite person, Vernon. As we previously reported, a woman claims Davis was physical with her on three separate occasions in May and June of 2025, including one where he allegedly threw books and magazines at her during an argument about an abortion. The woman claimed he offered her $10,000 during the altercation and only stopped when she tried to record him. She also accused him of leaving her bruised days prior, as well as a week later when she claimed he slapped her in the face. Davis will have his day in court. He's scheduled to appear before a judge next month. So, yeah, that's that on that. He's looking forward to clearing his name, and thanks to people around his support who's supporting you, the church, because you know y'all be quick to support abusers. I guess I should say allegedly, allegedly. Or like Miss Song said, let me sip my coffee on that one. So that's that on that, honey. What we got next, girl? What we got next? Ooh, do y'all remember when we were talking about Devin Haney, how they had a really interesting court battle with his ex-fiance, and how they went before a judge, and he pretty much did not want her to, because of her work that she does on OnlyFans, he didn't feel that she needs to post their child on her social media. Well, unfortunately, honey, it looks like he got a legal win. See, I mean, I guess I get it, but see, this to me, right? I just shared this link from TMZ, and you see where it says, court denies Devin Haney ex's request to post their child on social media. This is just another, to me, is like another means of control that he has over her, and I don't like how it looks. But I mean, I can't argue with the courts. The court has spoken. So Devin Haney ended up with his hand raised via a ruling in Los Angeles court earlier this week. As TMZ Sports has learned, the judge denied a motion filed by his ex-fiancée, Lena Syed, seeking permission to post their one-year-old child on social media without his approval. According to court documents we've obtained, Judge Hank Goldberg sided with Haney's desire to keep the couple's parenting agreement intact, saying there's no argument as to why a one-year-old would benefit from being exposed to the public and the subject of social media attention. It is entirely understandable that celebrity parents may desire to shield their children from the public and from social media. Public culture is replete with stories of children stories of children of celebrity parents who have been harmed by the public spotlight. His ruling went on to state that the stipulation does not prohibit posting all photographs, noting that a parent could post a photo of the child's birthday party and provide description of events while keeping the child out of frame. The ruling also noted that both sides were represented by a highly competent counsel for the settlement, and that no allegation is made with the agreement that the agreement was entered into involuntarily or was the product of duress or under influence. In conclusion, Judge Goldberg determined that the provision in their parenting agreement is in the child's best interest and denied Syed's motion to modify it. It was a heated back and forth between the two in legal papers, with Haney's lawyers claiming that Syed's OnlyFans career was reason enough to keep her from posting pics of their child Chrome on her page without his permission. Lena's self-objectification and encouragement of sexual fantasies via her postings on OnlyFans and on Instagram means that some of her internet followers do not follow her because of her motherhood. We've reached out to both Haney and Syed's lawyers for comment. I don't like it.
Is it just me, or does he look
Ain't he
like
right?
Floyd Mayweather in this picture?
It's just you.
I mean, a little bit. Maybe they look like they be
Wow.
cousins.
In this picture, I don't know. Maybe it's just the mouth and the nose. I mean, the color isn't the same, but that's what it looked like. And I was like,
Because he also
ew.
look like he can't read. Anyway,
But anyway, I'm on his side on this. Sorry that I have to agree with a man, but sorry. I
I
believe.
listen. I hear it. I understand. I hear. I just it's the if they didn't have that whole
Mhm.
history of him controlling her, then I would be like, okay, yeah, I see what it. But it's like this is just another way to do that,
Oh
and
yeah. Oh
he's
yeah, it is. But then also it's in the vein of a valid point that you probably shouldn't be posting your kid on your sex worker page. Like
oh
you need to
she
have you.
wasn't doing that. Like, she wasn't she knew better than to do that. But no, his argument was because she has an OnlyFans, her fans are not following her Instagram to see her be a mother.
Oh,
They're looking at
so
her
she
seeing.
has a separate. Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
she can't post her child on her separate. She would never post her and that's what she was telling the course at first. Like I would never do that. My Instagram, I mean, excuse me, my OnlyFans work is my OnlyFans work. I would never have my child a part of that. I only want to post like me holding the baby on, but now she can't do it without his approval, and
And he has
that's
a
what I was.
point because the same people that probably do her OnlyFans are on her regular Instagram page too. There
Hmm.
may be others there, but it's some of those same people there. So I get the
It's
point.
not like she's got a private family
Right.
friends
Family.
only.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
degenerates
Which
of it all.
so what
Yeah.
she
She put
probably
the
should
baby
do.
in danger.
What she should probably do. She should probably have a private locked up Instagram just for family and friends
Hmm.
But that's what
and
she
keep
don't
it
want to do.
separate.
She want attention.
She want to post it on public, and she feels like she should be able to because it's her public Instagram account.
Well, I mean, to me, common sense would be I would keep those two things very separate,
Yeah.
even though,
Post them to her
like you
Facebook,
said,
to her family.
huh?
Go to Facebook and make your family a page. And get off
Yeah,
Instagram with that.
I think so. I mean, it's easy to do. It's not like, but you wanna stunt out here for God knows who. Who cares? If you want to share with your family and friends, then there's ways to do it. It's just you're choosing not to. That's too bad.
So I'm just saying, girls and gays, dolls and gays, honey. If y'all want you a baller or a boxer, then this is the kind of shit you're gonna have to. I mean, just keep this in mind, honey. So,
Yeah, the boxers really. Yeah, that's a little scary. Y'all may want to try and date somebody else.
mhm. No, I understand because they do. A lot of them do know how to beat up the coaches. So I do
Mm.
get that.
See, that's the problem. Y'all like to tread that line until somebody cross it, and then
Exactly.
y'all be wanting to be sad. No, don't be sad because you was ready to
And
tread
unfortunately,
that line.
absolutely right. Unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, those lines do get crossed. I guess I could say
Mhm.
allegedly, but oh, not Warwick.
Well, they
Oop.
each have their own reasons for, you know, commingling there. She has hers and he has his, and the twains met, and yeah, you got what you got.
hmm I'm gonna keep an eye on him though, because this ain't gonna be the last time he gonna try to use the court to come at her. Like this is what narcissists do. Look, he gonna be a whole nother Clayton Howard. hmm So allegedly,
Maybe she's a narcissist too. Let's just
Mhm.
not put it all on him.
Yeah, she might be. Yeah.
Because I cannot believe that she didn't know what she was signing up for before she had that baby. I'm just saying. But people be thinking that they bigger than the program
Mhm.
and that they can change somebody or do all the
Hmm.
things. It's gonna be my way
Hmm.
or the highway.
Little extra attention, little baby. Oh, look at the
Right.
baby. Follow me.
I'm just when I tell
Mm.
you, I pray for straight women every day, baby. I'm so glad I can't have kids. Ah,
Look here, and these folks, and they be, girl, you shouldn't. You was punching below. I mean, you was dipping below your weight class, girl. You could have went up a little higher.
Mm.
Money ain't got no weight class. Didn't I tell you that?
Hello.
I know, but still,
No.
She need them
mm-mm.
Money
not
does
smart.
not have a weight class. I keep telling you that.
Do he even have that much money? Do he even have that much money?
He
Them
got
boxing
more than
purses
she got.
be right, and them boxing purses be a little thick.
Well,
Let me see. I'm googling Devin Haney net worth. Let's see what Google says.
And actually, these OnlyFans chicks be making some money.
Well,
Well,
she do, but now she got another
She said she
source of
needs multiple
income
sources. Yeah,
stream. I
she
mean,
need
come on
multiple
now.
streams of income.
Right, right.
Security.
Okay. And according to Google, he has a reported net worth of $6 million.
So
And she
hey,
meh.
said, I need about half of that.
I mean, she's a nice looking girl. She probably could have got her a little something, something, a little higher up.
well, she still might, but she secured that bag. Now let's move. Stick and
And a
move, stick
headache.
and move.
She secured the bag and a headache.
Hmm.
Sometimes the bag
And
come with a headache. We know this.
look here, and see, that's the thing. I can't sacrifice my peace. I can't. Not for, mm-mm.
Well, you're not that kind of person.
I know.
When
I
you trying to
can't. Y'all
live a
be too
life of
picky.
luxury, online, sitting on your behind, doing what you do, sometimes you take that headache.
Oof. Yeah. And court fees and
Hmm.
dragging. Ooh,
Yeah, they
child.
they connected for the forever now. They have a child together,
Ugh.
no matter what.
Ooh, child.
That sounds like punishment to me, but okay.
Yeah, well, lots of them out there doing it. So
I know. That's
Speaking
the
of y'all,
sad
because y'all
part.
saw the news over the weekend, honey, with them, they finally done dropped them Epstein files, honey. And look,
Okay. Are we gonna talk about it?
we can, huh, because there is one story. Because I wasn't going to like bring too much into, because what happened, it happened exactly like I said it was going to happen. The files dropping, everybody was just like, oh yeah, okay, cool, okay, now what's next? But oh, the Grammys is on. Like, girl, it was like
And
nobody.
can we talk about somebody? The part where somebody is trying to link Jay Z to Epstein and what to call it from the clips.
We sure can, because that actually goes in hand with the story that I have, because Russell Wilson, his name was mentioned in there because he was looking to inquire about buying an airplane.
He said,
And
don't put that juju
he
on me
said,
now.
he was like, not over here, no baby, we ain't, don't put that on. So
I also want to just say that I'm glad that it was not a Negro pie and it was whites only.
look, it was a white
Frosted
only pie.
flakes.
Exactly. For people to be up here trying to link, I said, boy, they really want to take Jay Z down so bad. So bad that they are trying to link him to something in 1996 when he just started getting off the honey, these people is
why
out
he
here.
be there, right? He
Listen,
wasn't
They out
nobody.
here
I am the
doing
first
the
to admit,
damn
like,
most.
I've seen a lot of problematic things that Jay Z did, but I know firsthand, honey, the only thing a white woman can do for him is point him to the nearest black woman. Like,
Okay, first of all, let's go back to Quinn's point. There was no Negroes out there with these dirty ass white folks.
Mm-mm.
Let's get that clear. And I don't know where they thinking these million and billionaires. You thought black folks was hobnobbing with these? Okay, y'all. I need y'all to get y'all shit together, please.
Even a few black billionaires, they no baby. Mm-mm.
No. Now, Harvey Weinstein, he was in the music. He controlled a lot of assets. People definitely had to rub elbows with Harvey Weinstein.
and did you see
And
the
it was an
jagger that came
open
out about
secret.
him?
What?
That they was like, who was it? I think somebody said that, oh yeah, we can use Harvey because he'll make sure that this doesn't get like reported or something, like pretty much a legend that Harvey can manipulate the media.
Of course. Duh. We knew that. I mean, how did he survive so long? Duh.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. But he's a white man.
Mm-hmm.
I need y'all to do better. And the y'all I'm speaking about is the people out there.
And then Sierra's husband, Russell Wilson, wasted no time shutting down talk of Jeffrey Epstein after the quarterback's name appeared in newly released files, insisting he never met or had any contact with the guy. The soon to be free agent quarterback's name popped up in DOJ's massive Epstein document dump after Jeffrey's pilot, Larry Visok, I think that's how you say his name, In a January 2019 email, said the Super Bowl winning signal caller was interested in buying Jeffrey Epstein's Gulfstream G4 private jet. After the government dropped the files on Friday, the email containing Russ's name spread fast on social media, and the backlash began immediately. So he moved to shut it down. Nope, absolutely not. Not today, Satan, Wilson said on the Twitter app. Some random plane broker tried to sell me a plane. I had no idea whose plane and never bought the plane. Wilson added,
Okay.
never talked to the man, or never talked, nor never met the man. Thank God. Wilson isn't the only member of the Giants org who found their names in the file. Team owner Steve Tisch did too. In Tisch's case, he and Epstein exchanged emails, sometimes speaking about women, leading to a firestorm of criticism. Tisch later released a statement claiming the women they discussed were adults and he did not take him up on any of his invitations and never went to his island.
But why? See, who be emailing with the emails is other white people, not black
Right.
people. I need y'all to get some clarification out here.
Big money white people.
Okay. Jay-Z wasn't even big money at the time that he wasn't even big money. He was he was making six figures from dope dealing, but he wasn't there yet.
But you see the response, like, because we already knew what this was. We already, because they always come, oh, we need to protect the children. Oh, we need to protect the children.
They don't give a
Okay,
damn.
well, our president's name was mentioned in numerous amounts of times in these files,
Mention, we
right?
got pictures and videos of him hanging out with the man.
And
It's
no,
Mr. Grab him by the pussy. I mean, how much more do we need? But they just
so
turn a
all this
blind
whole,
eye.
and this is the whole, and like I hate to sound like both of these because I hate to do that whole both sides thing. Because let's just be clear, I'm a Democrat, and I vote Democrat. I'm not. I don't believe in any Republican ideologies. But when they sit here and say, oh, they fighting for them to release the files, fighting to have the files released. Okay, they released now. Now what's happening?
It
Nothing.
still
Just
ain't
like
all of them. It
they
still ain't.
don't have, I mean, but still, once they get all of them, what's gonna happen? Nothing.
Well, no, immediately, I don't think anything is going to happen immediately because, again, Democrats don't have any type of control over anything yet. But also, they are setting up for when they do. I don't know why people don't think that these Democrats is they gonna start. Whoever can it still fits in the statute of limitations. I think that they're going to press. I don't think they want to overplay the hand, but everybody has, they feel some type of way on both sides, and everybody always wants to say, well, they both are da 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 da, you know, and I don't discount that Democrats have done some fucked up shit. I don't discount that. I don't discount that they definitely dropped the ball for many of years and we wanted them to get up and stand and fight and they wanted to hold this righteous high ground. But at the end of the day, every public policy that has benefited the people has come from Democrats. Whether you like them or not, Democrats have been the people who have put the legislation in place for working class, um, low income families for decades. Sorry. And the only reason why we are not as far as we should be in this process is because everybody wants to vote in the fucking Republicans who have never worked in the interest of the people. They have only worked in the interest of corporations and other
The welfare.
millionaires and billionaires.
Yeah.
Always. And for people to believe that, oh, the Republicans will, they are better at finding. No, they're not. Every time, the only time they are deficit hawks is when Democrats are in office. When they get in office, they spend, they put us further in debt, and they tax. working class people higher than they do um, billionaires and millionaires, which I don't understand how y'all can't see that. You're not going to be a millionaire tomorrow. Why would you vote against your best interest? I'm sorry. I need people to wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. And all these Republicans that y'all think are righteous and okay, first of all, they're in the closet. Let's start there.
They can't sit with us.
They can't sit with y'all, but they still in the closet. And pedophiles and all other type of abusers and weird shit be coming from that side. Not saying that there aren't Democrats who are weird, but tends to be on the conservative side. That's where the call is coming from inside the house, people in y'all's house over there. So don't give me all that shit about what Democrats ain't doing and they ain't doing that and they ain't doing this. We wouldn't even have half the shit we would have if it wasn't for the Democrats. But y'all keep voting back in these damn Republicans and then they be screwing us over every single time. Who ain't voted for no gun reform? Republicans. Who keeps it away? Republicans.
And then not even the people voting Republicans, the people who are choosing to stay at home and not vote, and y'all
Oh,
are
and
have the big
don't even
like girl like.
don't even get me started on them.
But not my hometown though. As much as they can talk shit about Durham all they want to, baby. But when I tell you we showed up and showed out in these last elections, honey, Durham County's numbers is good. And because we
Well,
got people on the ground telling like, hey, bitch, we got this is serious. So
I just, it's weird. Like these things being affected. If somebody is actively trying to prevent you from doing something, then why would you not think that that action is important? If they're actively trying to prevent you from doing it, why would you think your vote doesn't matter? That's the thing I just didn't understand. If somebody's trying to block you, wouldn't you think, well, whatever they're trying to block you from is pretty fucking important, ain't it? Mm,
mhm.
but you know, let me get off my soapbox because you know how I get fired up. Let me calm down.
No, somebody needed to hear that, girl. Because y'all, it's too much fucking around, too much ducking around, and baby. Well, we should have been serious about this 10 years ago, but
Okay.
hell,
When he got his ass on that damn escalator, we should have hit the stop button immediately, right then and
mhm.
there. But y'all like to play around too damn much for my liking.
Look, we have a comment. Them being thirsty for those fuck ass stimulus checks. Exactly. My
Oh my
God.
god. That we was already gonna get anyway. Be fucking for real. And it wasn't even Donald Trump. It was Congress, you fucking dummies. I need y'all to go back to school and learn civics.
And speaking of, shout out, I will never forget. This is why, I pretty much had a clear understanding of like republicanism in an early age because I had a really good civics teacher in the ninth grade. Her name, Miss Mallard. Shout out to Miss Mallard. She said something that I will never forget, honey, about Republicans. She said Republicans want the rich to keep getting richer and the poor to keep getting poorer. That was the most simplified but most impactful statement I have ever heard in my life that helped me to understand republicanism.
Okay?
So
And that's it, that's all. And I don't know why is it so hard for people to not grasp that concept. And but I also think it's part of them believing that at some point they think in their delusion that they'll be rich or they'll be there so they don't want those taxes for themselves, which is wild.
living check to check and think you're gonna be rich. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Because we all out here living check to check. Like literally, every last one. The numbers prove it. The numbers say that we are living check to check. I'm not just pulling this out my ass. So, well, I'm sure we'll hear more about these Epstein files like as more come out and we'll see what happens and go from there. But speaking of children, honey, and predators against children, and just a trigger warning, because baby, we about to take it all the way back to the 90s and the early 2000s, girl. So, R. Kelly, do y'all remember that infamous tape with the 14-year-old girl in it? Well, do you know she's actually writing a memoir now? That young girl. And you should see I just shared this article here from All Hip Hop. R. Kelly, victim from that tape, breaks 25 years silence, dropping new memoir, Who's Watching Shorty? Well, Rashana Landfair walks into her Chicago high school job every morning to the sound of R. Kelly music blasting from loudspeakers. The cruel irony isn't lost on her. For 25 years, she's been known as Jane Doe, the 14-year-old girl in Kelly's child abuse tape. Now, 41, Landfair is finally reclaiming her name and story with her memoir, Who's Watching Shorty? Reclaiming Myself from the Shame of R. Kelly's Abuse, released this week. It's everywhere I go, Landfair tells Rolling Stone about hearing Kelly's music. I work in a high school, and when I walk into work every morning, R. Kelly is playing on a loudspeaker before I get my day started. The Chicago native spent decades hiding behind shortened names and whispered conversations. She'd introduced herself as Sean to avoid recognition, but that changed when she decided to testify at Kelly's 2022 federal trial. I was afraid to say my own name and be who I really was to work to friends, Lanfair explained. But I'm here today as Rashana. The 240-page memoir doesn't hold back. Lanfair describes how Kelly first groomed her family, offering her father steady work as a studio musician. He appeared at family dinners, took them to expensive restaurants, and positioned himself as a godfather figure. The manipulation started with secret phone calls when Lanfair was 12. R. Kelly insisted she call him daddy during private moments. By 14, she was trapped in what she calls a brainwashing cycle of abuse, control, and isolation. Robert knowingly victimized me as a child, Lanfair writes in her book. I was brainwashed by Robert and a sex slave. Robert made me suicidal as a young adult. The infamous tape that launched Kelly's first criminal case showed Lanfair at 14, her mind soupy from the champagne Kelly fed her. She revealed she was still a virgin during the filming. When Kelly was arrested in 2002, Lanfair's nightmare deepened. He kept her under house arrest conditions, bouncing her between tour buses, recording studios, and cramped office spaces. She slept on chiropractor tables and in closets while Kelly's team delivered meals with coded knocks. Everyone knew how he operated, Lanfair told Rolling Stone. You might see me in a different space, but I'm living in the garage where the gym is built at a point. The 2008 trial haunts her the most. Kelly's lawyers weaponized her absence while she waited on his tour bus just 200 feet from the courthouse. Despite testimony from over a dozen witnesses identifying her, jurors cited her refusal to testify as a major factor in Kelly's acquittal. I must live with the choices my parents and I made and with Robert's abuse of other women and girls who met him after he was acquitted, she writes. Lanfair escaped Kelly's control by the age of 26, but the trauma followed her everywhere. She shortened her name, avoided relationships, and lived in constant fear of recognition. By 2022, she was ready to face Kelly in court. When she testified, he gave her a nasty look that confirmed her decision. When he gave me that look, it was confirmation that I was sitting in the right place, she recalled. Chicago remains Kelly's unchecked playground even after his conviction. His music plays in Lyft rides, restaurants, and yes, her workplace. The city that produced him still embraces his catalog despite 2 federal convictions. I can't take away a fan's memory of what they felt when that song came out, Lanfair says about Kelly's continued airplay. The music itself is his gift. That's the good part of him. She's considering leaving Chicago, but refuses to let Kelly claim anything else in her life. I'm still here, she says. I still walk with my head held high. Lanfair now works at a school-based health center and runs Project Refine, a mentorship program for young women. Her memoir represents the final step in reclaiming her identity from Kelly's shadow. Lanfair's book hit shelves as Kelly serves concurrent 20 and 30-year sentences at a federal facility in North Carolina. The memoir officially releases on February 3rd, tomorrow, February 3rd of 2026, and is published by Legacy Lit with a foreword by music executive and survivor Drew Dixon. Shout out to Drew Dixon. So I know that was a lot, y'all, but woo, child.
Ooh, child,
I
honey.
didn't know her name, but that's sad that she felt, she had to live like that.
I didn't know her name either. The gagger is we're not supposed to know her name.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Well, especially because she was a minor when that happened. Ugh.
hmm
Oh my God, that is such a oof, golly.
I just remember now, because I was when that time I was in what the 10th grade at the time when that news came out. I had to been like maybe 14 or 15 when it came out. Baby, that was, and this is in the early internet, baby. Millennials, we have seen some shit on the internet that we ain't had no business looking at. And
Okay.
that tape was very popular, and a lot of us, especially in high school, were watching it. And I just remember the conversations around it, like the guys and stuff. These were older guys, like who were proud of watching the tape and stuff. Man, you saw the man, she didn't know what to do with it in her mouth. And I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is that? She's not supposed to know what. And I'm thinking like this back then. I'm like, this is a young ass girl. The fuck, but. Ooh, honey.
Well,
And
you know
unfortunately, it
how
doesn't
it
look
is.
like times have really changed.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. They still the weakest link, per usual.
hmm So that's that on that, honey. Well, y'all, let's talk about some sports ball news, honey. Are y'all familiar with somebody by the name of Paul George who plays for the 76ers?
Yes.
Okay, well, that ass has been suspended, baby. And you see, I just shared here by way of TMZ 76ers Paul George suspended 25 games for violating anti drug policy. Well, the NBA has suspended Philadelphia 76ers power forward Paul George for 25 games for violating the league's anti drug program, the NBA announced Saturday. His suspension begins immediately and will bench him for Saturday's game against the New Orleans Pelicans. George said the situation is a big mix up in a statement to ESPN, but is taking full responsibility for the error. He explained, over the past few years, I've discussed the importance of mental health, and in the course of recently seeking treatment for an issue of my own, I made the mistake of taking an improper medication. He also apologized to the 76ers ownership, his team, and fans for his poor decision making, adding, I am focused on using this time to make sure that my mind and body are in the best condition to help the team when I return. George joined the 76ers in July of 2024 with a lucrative 4-year, $212 million maximum contract as a free agent. He was previously with the Los Angeles Clippers. What y'all think? He was smoking a little weed? Maybe had a little
I hope
lean.
that's all it was. I hope
I
it was
think it's
just a
more than
little
that.
weed.
Nah, I think it's more than that. 25 games for some weed? Nah.
Right.
Mm, right. I'm thinking, I don't know what it could be that he was doing for his mental health that's improper. I don't, I can't think of what that would have been.
They probably that other white girl. They was like, hey, this is not the white girls we're talking about in the NBA. We said the other white girls, not that one, allegedly.
I hope not because, uh, we already seen a lot of ex NFL and NBA players that have drug issues and it's not good. And I hope that's not him because he's still playing and I hope he don't blow his career on, illicit drugs and stuff like that. I hope not.
Well, 26 games, Mr. George. You got 26 games to sit down and think about what you did. And maybe that, Nick, I don't know, maybe I ain't gonna say like, maybe get some pee from somebody, but oh no, I don't think they can do that no more. They can't sneak it in there like that because they be all up in their business, honey, with them physicals. From what I understand, I only learned this by watching the game. Because you remember that episode when Kelly Pick tried to sneak some pee when Jason was taking steroids. Anyway, so, so this next story, y'all, it is insane. So I don't know if y'all have heard. So we were actually we teased this a little bit before we started recording, but today anchor Savannah Guthrie, honey. So I'm sending out well wishes and really hoping that her mom is found safe and sound, but her mom is missing. And you see, I just shared here by way of TMZ. Today anchor Savannah Guthrie's mom disappearance considered a crime. So now they have the sheriff looking into it. So, huge update in the search for Today anchor Savannah Guthrie's missing mother. Law enforcement in Arizona believes there may be a criminal element to Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos says some concerning things were found inside Nancy's Tuscan area home, and they now believe her home is a crime scene. Nano stopped short of saying what crime he believes may have been committed, but he's asking the community to help in the case. We believe now, after we process that crime scene, that we do in fact have a crime scene, that we do in fact have a crime, and we're asking the community's help. Asking for the community's help, excuse me. Nano said during Monday morning's press conference. Nano said law enforcement agencies are scouring the surrounding area for any signs of Nancy, but so far their efforts have come up empty. As we reported, 84-year-old Nancy was reported missing Sunday afternoon, and Nano says she was last seen Saturday night at her home. Nanos previously revealed homicide detectives were assisting in the investigation. In a statement Sunday, Savannah said, "On behalf of our family, I want to thank everyone for their thoughts, prayers, and messages of support. Right now, our focus remains on the safe return of our dear mom." So, and let me share my screen, and y'all can see the missing person report that they had, or the missing person poster that they had for her mom. So here she is, a missing person, vulnerable adult, Miss Nancy Guthrie. And they have her height, weight, eye color, and the last time she was seen.
I would be losing my shit if that was my mama. I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
know she is. I wonder what
I
did she go?
know.
I didn't see today. Did she go to work? Was Savannah at work today? I
Oh,
don't.
I don't know. I don't watch it.
No, I
I don't
don't
watch
think
the show.
she was.
Baby, I know she going through it, honey.
Honey, I would
Yeah,
not. I'm sorry. My mama is what?
terrible.
I would be out in Arizona the first thing smoking. Oh no. Mm. People
Mm,
are just so evil. Why
It's
y'all
very
yeah.
messing with
scary.
that old lady?
Very scary.
That is. I don't like that. I don't like that at
And
all.
already they're suspecting homicide. Like, what's the date? Monday, and she just was reported missing yesterday.
Hmm.
Mm,
This is crazy. And
Because
this
like, what
yeah.
evidence did they see in her home? Well, like, because he didn't say
yeah,
that.
Blood.
Was it blood or
right.
yeah?
They saw something they didn't like, obviously. Whew,
I don't like
terrible.
that. I don't like that. Not cool. Not cool at all. That's not good.
Mm-mm.
Well, prayers out to her family. I hope there's a. I hope we get a happy ending. I hope so, cause ugh, that would
And
just hurt my heart.
And shout out to Savannah. She was actually really nice. I had the chance of meeting her, had the pleasure of meeting her in person. When I had me and a friend of mine went to the Today Show to go and see Bruno Mars. And she
Hmm.
was the correspondent outside, talking to the fans and everyone else. So she was really, really nice. So I'm really, sending well wishes her way, and really hope that her mom is found safe and sound. So, well, this next story, y'all, honey. So we got some little Dirk news, honey.
Oh, child.
Now this is, I actually found this to be a little funny, or is I'm like, did you just call me a nigger? But so this is an exclusive with all hip hop I just shared. Feds compare Lil Durk OTF to African Terror Squad. I'm like, well, did the feds just call me a nigger?
Okay, African Terror Squad.
African Terror, not an American. Well, baby, we had to go over to Africa. These niggas mean
Who
this.
is I mean, yes, African descent, but who is African?
Did you just call me a nigger? Let me.
Wow, what a way to call that. Like, what the heck? I guess.
Mhm. Well, federal prosecutors are linking Lil Durk's Only the Family crew to a terror squad as they fight to use his own lyrics and videos against him in his upcoming murder for hire trial. The feds are pushing back on Dirk's attempt to block prosecutors from playing select songs and videos at trial. The government is comparing OTF structure and violence to the Liberian Anti Terrorism Unit at the center of a landmark torture case in the U.S. Chucky Taylor, the son of former Liberian President Charles Taylor Sr., was sentenced to 97 years in U.S. federal prison after a 2008 conviction in Florida for directing torture and violent abuses in Liberia between 1999 and 2003. Taylor was the commander of the country's anti terrorist unit, also known as the Demon Forces. When Taylor was busted at the Miami International Airport for trying to get into the U.S. with a phony passport, agents found notes of rap lyrics that made reference to the ATU. Take this for free. 6 feet is where you're gonna be. ATU nigga on the scene. Body bag is all you see. More sweat in my training means less blood in my life. So with the shots from guns, keep it dead and precise. Bulldoze ambushes in the midst of a fight. Try to cut my supply, you'll be losing your life. Ooh, okay, that better work. Okay, come on, rhyming. Anywho, those lyrics were used against Taylor during his trial and helped secure his conviction. Taylor protested, but during his appeal, a judge ruled that raps were that the raps were highly relevant. Prosecutors argued that just like the ATU, OTF allegedly acted as an armed enforcement wing for a powerful leader carrying out brutal orders while enjoying money, status, and protection. The government says Lil Durk made similar music admissions that prove OTF operating as a gang targeting ops, as Durk bragged about paying rent for his shooters, paying for guns, and placing bounties on rivals. The feds are not using all of Dirk's lyrics against him. They have isolated lines they claim that show he's the leader of OTF who ordered a hit on a rival rapper, Quando Rondo, in revenge for King Von's murder. Popping traffic, we in Cali, ride through Beverly Hills with choppers, bounty hunter, for the niggas who can carry, I'll buy him 50K in guns. Don't respond to shit with Vaughn. I'm like, fuck it, you tripping, go get your gun. They dropping locations, I'm getting it done. Fuck tweeting, we sliding, the feds are coming. Prosecutors also highlight a line where Dirk raps he is the type to hop on a flight with a warrant, which they say mirrors his attempt to flee after co-defendants were arrested. Dirk is awaiting trial in Los Angeles federal court on charges that he orchestrated a 2022 ambush targeting Quando Rondo outside the Beverly Center. Prosecutors say OTF affiliates traveled from Chicago to California to track the rapper, opened fire in broad daylight, and killed his friend Savaye Lil Pab Robinson. Agents allege he put a bounty on Quando Rondo's head, funded flights, rental cars, and weapons, and used encrypted and coded messages to communicate with trusted shooters. Lil Durk is charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire resulting in death, using interstate commerce to arrange the hit, and discharging a machine gun during a violent crime. He has pled not guilty and remains in custody. So, yeah. So I was kind of, saying that and just look, did you call me a nicker? But you see why they are comparing his lyrics to the African Liberian person um who was actually having crimes committed in Liberia while he was over here and had lyrics written that, and they were able to use that to get him convicted. So it looks like they're trying to use this for Lil Durk. It it's not looking good for him. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. The stuff I've been reading, honey, and the prosecution is feeling very, very confident in
Oh,
this.
yeah, he going to jail. I mean, he's going to jail for a long time.
So,
I'm I don't know why people think rapping about actual crimes is smart, but hey, I guess I don't know
well,
why
I guess
y'all think.
because before they weren't able to use lyrics against you.
mm,
So, but now, and
I
I
mean,
think
they're
after,
gonna keep doing it.
yeah, they keep doing it now.
They keep
But
trying them.
these niggas are slow, honey. And then I
They
think
are slow.
it just happened after what YWN Melly, or YMW, whatever the acronym for the one who killed his friend and rapped about it in that song "Murder on My Mind." And I don't think they were able to use lyrics against rappers until that case, which happened like what in the 2020s. So
Yeah, because I think they tried to use what was it? What's the ugly boy name? That was just in the whole YSL, is it not YSL?
Oh, Young Thug.
Yeah, Young Thug. They tried to use some of his lyrics, didn't they? They got that shot down, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Because I think it's gonna be a case by case situation, depending on how closely linked to what happened to somebody, what versus what they are rapping about.
Lil Durk is trying his best to convince them that he is Muslim and he is about peace. And I done converted 13
Please,
other inmates up in here, and all we doing is eating bean pies and reading the Quran. You can trust me.
please, 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 please.
Mhm.
They fucking their shit off. I mean, you out here being a whole ass rapper and you think you a kingpin for real. I mean, that's well, okay, son.
Mhm.
It was nice knowing you.
We have a comment in the chat. We confirmed Savannah was not on the show today. I figured she probably wouldn't be, honey. Who can go to work after something like that?
Nah, yeah.
And it says, speaking of which, did you talk about the administration going after Trevor Noah from what he said last night? I did not, but we can talk about that. I didn't grab any.
What?
Yeah, I did see
No, they're
some.
not.
I didn't read the article, but I saw that they had some. Donald Trump responded to that, and Nicki Minaj said that he need to come out the closet or some bullshit. Well, I'll find some info on it.
That bitch. Man, that bitch. Deport her. Oh, speaking of, we
No
talking
Grammy
about
Minaj. No Grammy Minaj.
yeah.
Zero
Okay,
Grammy
speaking
Minaj.
of, she thought she had a get out of free jail card, and they came out and said, "Oh no, that is just
He said, "No, baby, this is a piece of
memorabilia."
paper."
Girl, you thought you had it, and they played you to the left already. You wasn't
Man,
even off the stage good, and they was like,
and how much that
mm-mm.
shit cost? What didn't it cost like $1 million or something like
She
that?
didn't pay for it. I don't think she paid for it. I think they gave it to her as a memento. That's what they said, a memento. So she didn't pay no money for that.
The Trump administration giving away something for free, please. I believe it when I see
They
it.
gave that old fake ass, it probably ain't even real gold. They just gave her that old plastic thing as a memento. Like, here, girl, thank you. Thank you for coming to the gift shop. Okay.
Well,
How
I
you,
think this
and
is
then,
actually pretty interesting. Let me see if I can find something because before I go to because the next story really
and then,
wasn't that interesting that I had.
and how do you go up to a damn speaking engagement and don't have nothing written down, nothing to say? Girl, you so ignorant. Oh, she's so stupid. How you get on them people's stage and do is that all? Is that all? Oh my God, you so stupid. You a whole ass rapper. You can't even come up with a few little words to say. Oh my God, you dumbass. I'm glad she ain't American because she's stupid.
Well, I have this TMZ article here, and this is what the comment in the chat was referring to. Um, and you all should see where it says here Trump slams Grammy and threatened to sue host Trevor Noah after Epstein joke. So Donald Trump on Monday slammed the Grammy Awards and threatened to sue host Trevor Noah after the comedian joked about the president and and Jeffrey Epstein's island. The Grammy Awards are the worst, virtually unwatchable, Noah said incorrectly about me, that Donald Trump and Bill Clinton spent time on Epstein Island. Trump wrote on the Truth Social early Monday morning. The president added he couldn't speak for Clinton, but that he has never been to Epstein Island.
He's been to Epstein Island. Look, when he say I ain't never, he was there.
Mhm. Trump calling Noah a total loser, said it looks like I'll be sending my lawyers to sue him for plenty of money. The comedian made the quip in reference to the Song of the Year award, saying that that is a Grammy that every artist wants almost as much as Trump wants Greenland, which makes sense because Epstein's Island is gone. He needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton. CNN has reached out to Noah for comment. The comment comes just after the Justice Department on Friday released more than 3 million pages of files related to Epstein, the convicted sex offender, including some that contain references to Trump, Clinton, and other powerful figures. Trump and Clinton have denied any wrongdoing related to Epstein, who owned a private island in the Caribbean. Trump said last year that he rejected an invitation from Epstein to visit his island in what he called a moment of good judgment. I never had the privilege of going to his island, and I did turn it down. A lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down, Trump told reporters in July. Clinton has also denied ever having visited Epstein's island. Trump frequently criticizes Hollywood award shows for making jabs at his expense. In his post Monday, he said Noah was almost as bad as Jimmy Kimmel at the low rating Academy Awards. Kimmel, who has frequently drawn the president's ire, called out Trump on stage in 2024 after he insulted the comedian on social media. The Grammy ceremony, which aired Sunday night on CBS, included numerous musicians criticizing the Trump administration's federal immigration crackdown. Puerto Rican rapper Bad Bunny, who took home 3 awards, began one of his speeches by saying, "Before I say thanks to God, I'm going to say ice out." During another accepted speech, delivered mostly in Spanish, Bad Bunny dedicated his Album of the Year win to all the people who had to leave their homeland, their country, to follow their dreams. Some celebrities wore pins that read "Ice Out," which has been used at protests to call to end the operations by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. That's all they do, honey. Just a whole bunch of performative bullshit. All they want to do is wear pins and say what they want to say, honey. But the asses don't ever want to open their purses. The asses don't ever want to be put boots to the ground. They just want to put on pins and shit. But okay, yay. Well, that's that on that, honey. Anybody say something the president don't like, he threatens to sue him. So, what else is new? Well, I can't remember. I think, unless you're Billie Eilish, you know what? You're right, because Billie Eilish, I like her. She be saying, because she said it, and she be opening her mouth and her purse. So shout out to Billie Eilish. I can't remember. Do anybody other than Benji watch Married to Medicine in here? I know Chili don't, because anything related to medicine, Chill said, nope, not on my TV.
You already know.
Well, even though you don't watch Married to Medicine, are you familiar with Quad from here? Because she is a really big.
I know who they are.
Okay. Well, Quad, I don't know if y'all. She was actually in a relationship with a guy named King. Well, it just happened over the weekend that Quad and King are no longer a couple, honey. And let me share my screen. I have this link here from Jay's reality blog. And you see King confirmed his breakup from Quad. So this is the picture of them. And somebody commented, "I don't think they're together anymore. That's sad." And then he said, "I can confirm I left that situation. Just too handsome. Quad is a lucky woman." And then he says, "Luck ran out." It sounds like he is hurt, honey. So I'm sure we will see more about this breakup. I thought they were pretty cute together, and you know what Quiet went through with Dr. Greg, honey. I was kind of hoping for her to have a win. So I hate this for her. Oh, we have a comment. A Quad and her Airbnb boyfriends for the taping of the show, allegedly. Oh, now her pulling a Kenya Moore and Walter. Honey, she got hired help, allegedly. Well, that was a fine man, I tell you that. Well, that's that on that, honey. Well, the last story I have for us today, I'm actually going to end out on a funny note. I saw this and I was cackling over the weekend, honey. Cackling. So, are y'all familiar with Jarrell Miller? They call him Big Baby. He's a fighter.
No.
Well, honey, y'all about to be familiar with his ass today, baby, because he put on his good wig, honey, for the fight, only for that good wig to be knocked off. However, he still won the fight. That's the gaggle. So, you see where I share here by way of TMZ? Jarrell Big Baby Miller loses toupee mid-fight. So, let me share my screen. Somebody said, not Crown of Thrones. Not his Crown of Thrones. Y'all are terrible. Well, this is him. And he was a good sport about it, too. And you see how it starts out. Jarrell Big Baby Miller delivered one of his wildest moments boxing fans have seen in a while Saturday night, and it had nothing to do with a knockout. Miller earned a split decision win over Kingsley Abe at Madison Square Garden, but the fight went viral in round 2 when Abe landed a right uppercut that sent Miller's toupee flying off his head. And here's the footage of it.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It is a toupee.
And he just took it up and threw it into the crowd.
Let's watch it again.
Oh my goodness gracious. He just took it up and threw it into the crowd.
Well, the crowd was stunned as the hairpiece popped loose, and instead of trying to hide it, Miller owned the moment. Before round 3 even began, Big Baby ripped off his toupee himself and threw it into the stands, where it was grabbed by heavyweight champ Fabio Wardley. After the fight, Miller explained the bizarre situation, saying he'd only gotten the hairpiece days earlier before a grooming mishap. This is Miller said he lost his hair 2 days ago, claiming he accidentally washed his hair with ammonia bleach instead of shampoo. I'm a comedian, he added. You have to make fun of yourself. He's right about that. You have to, you can't be taking yourself too seriously out here. You got to laugh at yourself sometimes. So, but I just thought that was a good story to end with and a little laugh for us to go on with. So, shout out to him for being a good sport about it. Maybe call, what was her name? Testicle, who used that Gorilla Glue, because you know that ain't coming off, honey. So, well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out, did any of you have any tea that you want to share or any tea that I might have missed? We have a comment. I started watching The Smashing Machine on Amazon with The Rock. Oh, how is it with his non-acting ass? He plays the same role in every movie. How is it?
I don't know.
Oh, she says it's dramatic. The Rock is being dramatic. Girl, I might have to see this for myself, honey. I need a good laugh.
I sent something to your DMs. I don't know if you want to show it, but I'm like, what is wrong with this woman? What is she wearing?
Let me see.
Watch the video.
Let me see. Oh, Heidi Klum. That was the one? Okay, let's share it. Give me one. We can all watch it together. Yeah, because I hadn't seen this.
I thought it was a latex dress at first.
Honey, she ain't using no latex with that man, honey. She wanted raw with her new man. Let me stop. Let me share my screen. Oh, okay.
How awkward she's walking. And I'm like, why is she walking like that? Look at that. Like,
Who is that? Oh my God.
Heidi Klum.
Heidi is a fool.
Was she wearing a plastic dress? What the hell?
Did she think it was Halloween and nobody told her? Somebody said, is that paper mache butt? What the fuck is she wearing? That was thank you for that, Chili. That was a mess. I did start watching Wonder Man over the weekend, because of that fine ass.
How you like it?
Let's just say that because it's Black History Month, I'm not going to say anything negative about any of my Black brothers and sisters. So we're just going to keep it at that. I do have I think 3 more episodes to watch. I've watched episodes 1 through 5 already. They're only 30 minutes a piece, so you can get through it really quickly. And I'm really not in any rush to finish those last 3 episodes. That's just how underwhelmed I am. Maybe it'll get better. Which is crazy because I usually like stories that talk about actors and stuff, because that's what a story is about. It's about an actor. And long story short, without giving out any spoilers, He has superpowers, but because of a new law, anybody who has superpowers cannot work as an actor. And then they explain why that is and stuff like that. So, but it's just is just not. There was one fight scene that I was like, oh yay, that's cute. But other than that, I'm like, I could have had a VA. But Yaya is so fine, and shout out to that fine black man during Black History Month. So,
Is he doing a good job?
oh yeah, oh absolutely. I mean, he
Okay.
can only do good with the material. It's the story that I'm not really rocking with. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm really confused. What the hell is y'all talking about? This is whack. Oh, look, wake that up because we have a comment said this is from a Tubi watcher, so it's bad. Wake that up, honey, because you know it does not take much to entertain me. So, did you like Ironheart? Yes, I loved it. I thought I wanted it to be longer, but I did enjoy it. Um, we have a question. Do they sell V8 in the market? Do they still sell V8 in the market? I've only seen. Yes, I think they do. I know I've seen V8 Splash in the stores.
Yeah, they still
How
sell
would
it.
they not be selling V8? What's going on with that?
Mm-hmm. Or maybe she because it's been around so long, she probably haven't heard it in a while. Oh, you know, in
Oh,
LA, I think the only thing they do with a V8 is put it in the Bloody Mirror. So, um, allegedly.
I thought I saw some tweets about one of the men saying they enjoyed it, but okay.
Yes, honey. Well, y'all, again, that was. Did anybody have any other tea that I might have missed?
No, but I started his and hers. Y'all know how hard it is for me to start the show.
Girl,
I started it. I'm in the second episode, so I gotta
keep at
find
it,
some more
girl.
time to put it on.
Trust me, when I
Okay.
tell you them last two episodes, baby, it's gonna be so worth it all in the end, baby.
Well, it's so many secrets, child. So many
Mhm.
secrets.
And they're all
Yeah,
gonna
And
get
just keep it
Tessa,
exposed.
going.
and Tessa is such a. When she looked dead in that camera, I said, "Oh, bitch, you nasty. Oh, you nasty, nasty." Okay.
She has another movie. Is it on Prime? I'm called Hedda, Hedda. It's
Mm.
almost like a period piece, but
Oh,
it's
really?
like a modern movie, but the way it the hairstyles and everything kind of makes it look like you know a period piece. But I'm like, this girl got so much range.
Oh, I just looked this up. So it says Hedda was directed by Nia DaCosta.
It's a good
Oh,
movie. I enjoyed it. It's kind of eclectic, but I liked it.
nice. Okay.
And she plays this very distinguished woman in the way she's talking.
Okay. Look, when Tessa be acting her little ass off.
She
Okay.
do. I liked it.
Hmm.
Because baby, when they was doing that dang mic check, all that, and she looked in that camera, I said, "Oh, that's the nastiest of work I've seen in a long time."
And she just delivers her little read with such quiet confidence, and it just cuts you, and she just smiles.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So
Yeah,
far, I'm enjoying it. It's so many twists and turns and so many different things happening.
right.
So
That's
you
what
got to
I like.
pay attention.
Yeah, it's gonna keep you that way.
So
Hmm.
yeah, I said, "Ooh," I said, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Oh damn, Mama got this," or and okay, they was what? Oh, and then when she was in that girl's office and that girl read her, I said, "Ooh, now she got one up
Hmm.
on you." But I'm
Wait,
sure Tessa will get her.
I just read a tweet. This person say they read online that someone set up a premium rate phone number where callers get charged $3.99 a minute. Then they posted flyers in their neighborhood that said, "Call this number to report illegal aliens." But the number just puts them on hold with music. So far, they've made $17,000.
Get out of here.
That's what
That's
they
a new
get.
scam going around.
That I wish I would have thought of that. Damn,
Okay.
because
Oh
these idiots.
my
Because
God.
these idiots gonna call.
Now, why would you give
And
payment information to report illegal aliens? I guess they figure your hate is so great you'll do
and it
anything.
is clearly,
And
clearly it
it's
is.
probably not even them giving payment information. It's probably they're getting charged via their service.
Oh, the
Their
carrier, yeah,
yeah.
That is crazy.
that's what they get. Ha ha.
It is kind of brilliant. I mean, I got to give it to
Look here, I brilliant enough. Where I'm like, damn, I wish I thought of that.
them.
If I was gonna scam something, damn, that would be it.
That's how you
Hmm.
do it.
Yeah, that's definitely that's wild right
Well,
there.
shout out to them scammers. Let me borrow $20.
See what hater do? What a
Oh.
bitch do?
Hmm. Well, y'all, I have to say thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow for another live show at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, if you can make it. Don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiederik.com and hit that big old green subscribe button at the top left. And until then, you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Cheers.